everyone, this is Anonymous Bricks, and today I give you my biggest ever Lego MOC that I've built so far. This is the Rebel base on the temple on Yavin IV. I started building this MOC late July, and it took 6 months as well as 3 bricklink orders in total. Those 3 bricklink hauls cost €107 in total, so that's how much I spent on this MOC. This MOC is pretty humongous, and it has 4 stories, 1, 2, 3, 4, all with a packed interior full of details. I would say this MOC is play scale rather than it definitely isn't minifigure scale, but it also has some micro scale as well, with some of these A wings and Y wings. Those models come from a YouTuber called 2Bricks. I will leave a link in the description if you want to see those videos, so credit to him. And the overall inspiration that I got from this MOC came from a video by Mr. Bookieboo, which I will also leave in the description, and the cancelled Lego set for the Yavin IV, which I'll put an image here so that you can see. So yeah, those 2 models were what inspired me to build this epic structure. So this video will be broken up into 2 parts. One where we'll be taking a closer look at the outside, and the other one where we'll take a closer look at the inside. So I'll leave some timestamps in the pinned comment. And a quick note before we start, these 2 black things over here on the wall are the supports for my shelf, which I had to remove in order to get the full temple on the camera. So yeah, that's what they are in case you were wondering. And also, if you guys want a tutorial for any of these things,
except for the temple itself,
let me know in the comments down below. I could do a tutorial for the tower maybe, or even those little speeders on the floor. So yeah, let me know. Without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing we're going to take a look at are the side builds. This is a Rebel gantry, which the Rebel ground crew use to do maintenance on the large ships. Now, if you guys want to see a super cool version of a Rebel gantry, there's a step-by-step tutorial that a YouTuber called Mindbrick made. Go check out that video if you guys want to watch an even better version of Rebel gantry. But this here is my version. It's pretty tall, pretty long too, and it has a walkway that is 4 studs long, and I'm pretty sure it's 10 studs long. It has a ladder that goes up to it as well. It has these lights and a Rebel symbol. That's my Rebel gantry. I'm super happy with it, and I hope you guys like it too. Next up is this Rebel turbo laser, which most prominently appeared in the Yavin IV map on Battlefront 2. Now this can spin 360 degrees, and if you turn this gear, it can move up and down. Once again, if you guys want to build an even better version of this, there's a video by Mindbrick, which he does a super detailed version of this. I used his tutorial to build this back part here. It's really clever, and yeah, go check out that video if you guys want a super cool tutorial. Next up is this Rebel maintenance speeder. Now, I built this by just getting a couple of screenshots from the Battlefront 2 map on Yavin IV, and then I just built it as best as I could. So it's got a seat for the Rebel ground crew to sit on, as well as a steering wheel. It has this back trailer part with some proton torpedoes, and it has this white and orange design right here. And on the bottom it just has a couple of inverted tiles to make it slidey. Woo! Now let's take a look at this side swampy part over here. As you can see, there's a nice river that goes all the way there. There's some rocks over here and some little stones that you can cross the river by. This part is a bit more mushy, so that's why it has some brown instead of green, while this part is a bit more lush. There are 2 trees with some animals living on them, like this grey bat, and some vines as well. You can also see some animals like a crayfish, a dinosaur, and a monkey. Granted, it's not a blue monkey like the one in Yavin IV, but it's a monkey nonetheless. You can also easily detach these side parts so that it's easier for me to store them on my shelf, like so. Timber. The other section is less swampy and more foresty, and it has a little ruin here with a gun placement over here so that the rebels can have some extra protection. And yeah, it's just some green foliage and leaves and stuff. There's a little scorpion there. And behind that, there is the big recon tower dude that sits there and looks at the ships. Goodness gracious, I forgot his spear. Anyway, there's his spear. I'm pretty happy with how this tower turned out. It's pretty hard to get a shape like this that's pretty small, but I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. If you guys want a tutorial for this, let me know. This side part here also comes out really easily, so that it's easier for me to store things. Oh geez, there's too many rebel scum here. There's too much of a mess. Alright, let's get the AT-ATs in here. Okay, now it's a bit less messy. So here is the gate control station, which in the Galactic Assault game mode of Yavin 4, the Empire has to hack 2 of these in order to open the gate over there. And I'll show you here how I built it. As you can see, there's some railings over here on each side, as well as this lamp post which I can take off. There's also a little ramp here which is actually in the game that you can walk up. And there are these orange light things that are found all over the map on Yavin 4. So I built a little version of that. And there's the gate control computer. There's also some more computers over there on the bottom. So yeah, that's a pretty cool thing. I'm really happy with how those rails turned out. And now let's get on to the rest of the build. Now you might have noticed that the gate is down. Now it is in fact a working Lego gate that when you spin this gear over here, you can open it. You can open it, and then when you touch this top part over here, it falls down. Now this is built using a ratchet and pull mechanism, so this here basically keeps it from falling back down unless you lift it up. And yeah, it just has some gears here and an axle going all the way through here that connects to another gear that spins it at the same time. So yeah, pretty complicated thing, took me a while to figure out. And yeah, so happy that it actually works. Besides that, there are these side parts here. They're basically just walls. There's some moss and foliage here, as well as these tiny little A-wings and a little hanger there. Let me take off the A-wing so you can see it. There it is. It's basically just a little indent. It doesn't actually go any deeper than that. And as you can see, there's also these side parts here with some columns and little slope designs. And the other side has a similar wall, except it has a communications array and a Y-wing instead of an A-wing. And finally, here is the top part. I'll take a better look when we look at the inside. That's pretty much it for the outside. Now let's take a look at the inside. Now that we are on the other side of the temple, we can see the full interior. Now I think it's fair to start at the top and make our way down. So this is the throne room where Luke and Han and not Chewbacca get a medal. As you can see, it's not as big as it is in the movie, but it has enough space to have all our main characters standing at the top, as well as 2 rows of people there to celebrate. Now, in some other mocks, I've noticed that they usually put a red carpet here, and I was going to do that until I actually looked at some pictures, and there is no red carpet. I don't know why I always thought there was a red carpet for some reason. Maybe I'm seeing things. And if we look further up, there's actually a giant phonograph here that actually plays the music. Now, trust me guys, I am the Star Wars expert. There's no need to question it. There's a giant phonograph that plays the music. I mean, have you guys even watched this video where they take off the music of the throne room scene? Anyway, I'm gonna put a picture here of what this is referencing. There's clearly a giant dish-looking thing, and that is obviously a phonograph. And I, being the Star Wars expert, have correctly put a giant phonograph here to play the throne room music. Don't look it up, please. It's definitely a phonograph, and you can take it off here. It's placed sideways, and yeah, that's to play the music when they get a medal. And there are some column designs here, as you can see, some gaps, as well as some leaves and stuff, and an altar over there so they can stand on to be elevated when they're getting their medals. It's really simply made. Some leaves on the side, and actually you can take this part off really easily, mainly so I can fit it under my shelf that I spoke of over there, but also to let some more light in from the top. You can also remove the whole thing and put it over there. Put some more light on the Rebel Briefing Room. This is the Rebel Briefing Room where General Dodonna, which is this guy right here, is giving a brief on the trench run for the pilots before they go off and destroy the first Death Star. As you can see, it's blank, but through the power of editing, oh look, it's the Death Star plans. Anyway, there's some lights on each side over here and some seats for the pilots to sit down on, as well as these little pipes and tubes that I noticed that appear in the scene as well. And there's also a vent design here. It's just some greebling that covers up the Y-wing part on each side. And the thing I want to show you is actually down here. This over here is a crane that moves from side to side on a track system that I put on the roof, and it also can extend downwards to pick up droids or maybe even crates. It has this little piece over here that's supposed to look like those suction cup things that they use in Yavin IV to pick up the droids. And yeah, it's basically on a track, and let me show you how it comes off. So basically, it just pops out like this, and this is what it looks like. So this is the track that it slides on, and then it just slips in there. Now that I've shown you that, you can actually take off this part here and remove it, just like the last floor. Put it to the side, and now you have some better access to the first and second-ish floor. Now, I call it second-ish floor because it's basically just a little walkway with some computer terminals over here, as well as a cheeky little coffee machine and a box with a croissant in it, space croissant of course, and space coffee. And over here is a cheeky vending machine with some space Coke and space Sprite, where the rebels can get a refreshment as well. There's also some barriers so they don't fall down. Ignore the fact that there's no ladder to get up there. You have to use your imagination. This center section here just has a little gate control panel over here to open and close the gate, and a little box as well. And over here, this Technic axle beam here is what carries the force along to open the gate. And to the left is a section where there's a little computer terminal over here, as well as two of those mapping boards, blue mapping board, I don't know what they're called, but the blue computer things with lines on them, as well as some pipes over here and some foliage and a lamp. Over there is a peek on how I actually built the gate. It just, you can see there how it transmits power, and I tried to hide it using some foliage. There's also a weapons rack over there. If you look closely, do you see that little black thing over here that's moving? That's the pawl that I was talking about. When you open it, you see how it works there. It keeps the gear from moving only when you move it up. So in case anybody was wondering how it was staying up, that's how it works. On the other side is a Rebel conference room where they have a holo table that has a red circle in the middle. That's Yavin Prime. The little red circle is the Death Star, and the blue circle is Yavin IV. They're just looking at the statistics of when the Death Star will be in firing range of the Rebel base on Yavin IV. And back there is another computer terminal and another blue computer thingy in Majiki as well as some lamps and some roots. Well guys, you have reached the end of the video, but first I just want to thank all the awesome people who left such nice comments in my other videos. Special shout out to you guys, and also special thanks to my editor FDMM. Special thanks for him for editing my videos. And also a special thanks to you for watching until the end of the video. Anyway guys, that is the end. I hope you guys enjoyed taking a look at my Yavin IV MOC. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you did enjoy this video, as it's always appreciated. And I'll see you guys in the next one. May the force be with you. Goodbye! Oh no, they're coming, man, they're coming! Dude, chill, we're safe. That gate is made out of pure Durasteel, and we destroyed the control panel outside. There's no way they're coming in. No way at all. Be rest assured, we're safe. You sure? Sure as I can be. Sure as I can be. Okay, let's group up with the others. Why is it not pausing? Come on. Oh, that thing's broken. Obviously. Alright, I'll cut this part. No, just cut this part where I'm doing it, okay?